Hello, welcome to this short video on how to use the flight booking API. The process is a straightforward one that starts from creating a session, searching for flights, selecting one of the flights, checking the rules if needed, making the booking, and then ordering the flight, which includes making payments for the flight. So we're going to start right away with creating the flight session. All right, so we're starting a session here, and this is a session ID. We copy this session ID, and that's what we're going to use for the rest of the session. Right, so here is that session ID, which we'll paste here. And we will now search for the flight we want. Searching for the flight includes providing what the origin code is, the origin, which is the departure, and the destination. And other information including the type of flight, economy or premium, and then number of passengers and the composition. So we have here, in this example, one adult and one child. We'll go ahead and make that flight booking. Other things we can specify includes the max number of stops that we want, um, the address of the customer on chain that is making this booking. Okay, so here are options we have. Each option includes the airline, the price, and the fare source code, which is how we make a selection out of all these options. There are 50 options presented here. I'm going to just randomly pick one of the options. And so using this fare source code, I will validate to check that this flight is available. It's always necessary to do the validation before we can book. All right, so now we've selected that. We will go ahead and validate that flight. Okay, so this one is sold out. So let's pick a different, make a different selection. All right, so let's pick this one. Okay, so this is good. This is a good selection. All right. Its price is 15470.04. Now, a selection fare source code is provided to us. It's different from that other fare source code. This is the source code we need to use for making the flight booking subsequently and for even checking flight rules. It looks similar, right? It was start with ZH, but you'll notice at the end, this is for PQ and this is ZPQ. So this is a different fare source code. And it's very important, this step. We must use this fare source code from the validation step to make the booking, right? But first, let's check the flight rules. We don't have to. This part is not mandatory to check the rules. But if we wanted to check the rules, we need to use this fare source code. If we use the selection fare source code, it will just give us the same information about the flights, not the rules. So here we see that we do have the rules. So here's category. There are the rules valid for adult 12 or older. That's the eligibility, ticket endorsements, and those are the rules. All right, so we'll go ahead and book this flight. Okay, so we put this fast source code in there. And of course, the session ID, which I already put in there. So that's up there, session ID. And so we'll go ahead and make this booking. And then we will get a booking ID. All right, so here's the booking ID. Status is confirmed. We copy that booking ID. And from this booking ID, we can, we can find out flight rules. Sorry, we can check flight details and all. But here, we'll go ahead and order the flights. At this point, once we order the flight, the uh, the reserves for this project will be debited this amount, right? We will put the amount as well, but this is a test, so I'm just going to skip through and book this. So now we get a order number. right? It is important to debit the customer at the same time because the project's account reserve will be debited, and then the tickets will be electronically issued at this point to the customer. All right, wiki check flight details using this other flight. So that's it. That's the flight details. Other things that you can do is to check all the flights that you have ordered or booked. So this is for orders, this is for bookings. And you can also check for a specific customer all the flights they have ordered or booked. Thanks for watching and happy coding.